Well, hey there. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I'm Charlie Merriman. I'm merry by name. I now have my microphone close to my mouth, so hopefully you can hear. And I'm merry by nature, and it is my pleasure to welcome you in today. Hope this stream makes your day a bit merrier. You're over halfway through the week, everybody. Congratulations. Thank you for joining me on this very special quest as we try and find shiny Totodile in Generation 2. We got Gold and Silver lined up, ready to go. It's my childhood copy of Pokemon Silver. That is the main file. That's where we'll be doing the Dream Team quest. My favourite game of all time, be it Pokemon or not, Pokemon Silver. And looking forward to finding 6 shiny hand-picked targets, which I'll tell you a little bit about later on. In Pokemon Silver, I stream shiny hunting on Wednesdays, I stream competitive on Tuesdays, and I stream challenge runs on Thursdays. Currently, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon that I'm playing for the first time. That's what I'll be streaming tomorrow and started for the first time last week. But today, it's shiny hunting. I'm a Gen 2er. I love Johto. It's been a busy old day here at Chazingdra's Chocolate Factory. Released the podcast episode featuring Dusty Goga, host of Hidden Power Podcast. I was on Hidden Power Podcast talking about Generation 10 and the future of competitive Pokemon, which is a lot of fun. And now here I am streaming. So if any of you here have come straight from Hidden Power, then welcome. Always a pleasure to see new people here. And I hope you enjoy some Shiny Hunter. We'll be hanging out. We'll be talking about what I was talking about on the 2 podcasts I was on today, as well as all manner of things. We have a new Nintendo Direct announced for tomorrow, I believe. Some new games being announced tomorrow, a half-hour presentation. So I've got all sorts of things to dissect. But for now, let's get right into the Shiny Hunt. Yeah, I need to adjust my camera here, don't I? I knocked this over, which wasn't great. So now we're slightly, we might not be in the prime position to film these resets. I had the angle all worked out. What that'll have to do. And that Game Boy's on red. So this will be plugged in now. All of these things we have to monitor when we're streaming. Is this the right? Yes. Okay. Cable's a little bit caught up. You know how it is. Anyway, everybody, how are your Wednesdays? I hope you've had a very lovely Wednesdays. What have you been up to? Have you been listening to Chazingdra Chats featuring Dusty Gogo? Have you been listening to my episode of Hidden Power Podcast that came out today? I was there for the premiere. It was brilliant to see so many people hanging out and enjoying a bit of Pokemon speculation. Hopes for Generation 10, hopes for the future of competitive Pokemon, especially given Pokemon Champions and beyond. Oh, I think we worked out actually that it's best to switch these because the light is slightly better over on the other side. Anyway, welcome in. Hello, Ronnie. Always a pleasure to see you. Hello, Sir Toasty Toes. Fantastic to have you here. Hope you're bringing the shining light with you, Sir Toasty Toes. For an unfamiliar, Sir Toasty Toes is on a crazy, crazy quest right now to, is it get every single mark on Wattrel? Absolutely massive. And good luck with that. I look forward to seeing how that quest develops. Really fantastic content on Sir Toasty Toes' channel, so do go and check that out. Thank you for being here. And hello, Jack. Hello, Jerbski. Good to see you. You're going to lurk. Fair enough. Enjoy your lunch. What's on the menu today for lunch? Jerbski. Don't have a shiny there. And we don't have a shiny. Oh no, knocking my camera again. You should see the setup I've got going here. How do I even reset this when the camera's in the way? Every available mark. Well, I mean, good luck to you, is all I can say. I believe you can do it. I believe you can do it. I've seen your determination. Oh, need to up the counter as well. Today we see the green gator. Do you think, Riley? You saw the blue goose yesterday, so bringing that hope, bring that luck, I hope. And congratulations again, Riley, on that Blue Zangoose. So tell me, Tell me more about it, because this has been in the pipeline for ages now. Yeah, this is... I need to remind myself how I managed this before, because the tripod just keeps getting in the way of my resets. Yeah, for anyone unfamiliar, Riley finally found the shiny Zangoose that they'd been going for in Pokemon Ruby for more than a year, I want to say. Riley, but you can correct me on that one. More than 90,000 encounters, I believe it was. Absolutely incredible. It must feel so good. What have you nicknamed it, Riley? Hello, Double T. How are you doing? Hope you've had a very merry day, and I hope it's about to get merrier. This Totodile cannot be shiny. Any Totodile with an HP of 21, or that's female, in Generation 2, can't be shiny. Which will save us some time. Don't have to check every single one. I really hope that we find this on the original Dream Team Father Silver. Because I do want to play through on Silver. My childhood copy. And to have to trade over and deal with disobedience and the Pokemon growing more quickly would be tough. Anyway, everybody, I'm doing very well, thank you, Jack. As I say, busy day. Releasing my episode of the podcast, being on the Hidden Power podcast, and I had that premiere on in the background too. Getting ready for streaming as well as a few other bits, and then this morning I was making good work, making good progress on my EUIC video, which is definitely the biggest project I've ever undertaken for the channel. But a satisfying day, thank you. And excited for the content to come. How about you, Jack? What have you been up to? Gonna shiny hunt yourself a route today, Double T. Good luck for that. Which game are you going to be shiny hunting on? And if it's Gen 3, all the more luck to you. Yeah, unfortunately, I think my camera is just sort of teetering on the edge there. About to fall down. Oh, I need to... Oh, dear. I need to up these quite a few times, actually, I think, these encounters. Gonna say 3, but that might be wrong. Thank you very much, Double T. I hope I get a shiny Totodile too. Who knows? Who knows? There's no guarantee, but there is Double T. I do have a feeling, you know, because there's often on days when everything is happening that even more starts to happen, and my camera's falling over again. Oh, it's so annoying. Can't even do that. That ruins the angle. It was in Safari Week last year when I was ridiculously busy that I found the shiny Venonat and then accidentally ran away from it. So gonna have to be a bit higher than that, I think. Sorry about this, everyone. All of the technology I'm juggling right now. But I think it's worth it. For true retro shiny hunting. Got a weird angle going on here, but oh well. Welcome in if you're just tuning in, everyone. Oh my goodness, this camera is so annoying. Thank you for being here. If you were tuning into the Hidden Power podcast and you heard my appearance there, I hope you enjoyed. If you listened to Dusty Go-Go's episode of the podcast, I hope you enjoyed that too. It's been a full-on day of Chazingdra fun. I'm just going to reconfigure this tripod, I think. Full-on day of Chazingdra fun with podcasts and now the stream. And I'm glad that you're here hanging out. And let's continue to get to know each other a little bit better. Right. Bear with me, because my tripod keeps falling over. It's kind of just precariously balanced right now. You might have just fixed it, although it's still a weird angle, isn't it? Oh, and the lights come on. Pokemon Gold is still not very clear. Okay, I'm going to switch these around again. Because the black SP has a slightly clearer screen than the silver. Okay, that's looking a bit better. Anyway. Thanks so much for being here. Heath, hello there, the champion himself. You're too kind, my friend. You're too kind. Thank you so much for hanging out during the premiere today on the Hidden Power podcast channel. Such a pleasure to hang with everybody, and thank you for tuning into that. Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. Welcome. How are you doing? Posted the Torchic story. Ronnie, I'm not going to be able to wait until the end of stream, so tell me, enlighten me right now. Is Torchic the final member of your dream team? For anyone unfamiliar. Ronnie said for every 50 subscribers I get on the road to 1,000, she would reveal one of her dream team members to me. And I've got 5 out of 6, but this last one has evaded me thus far. Dream teams being... In my podcast, I get to know the life stories of people in the community, as well as the 6 Pokemon on their dream team, the 6 most special Pokemon to them over the years. Which is always an illuminating time. I'm looking forward to hearing what Ronnie has to say. Brisidon, good to see you, my friend. Hello, Ben. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry if you were coming in during all of the technical mishaps we were having. I've got this tripod just chilling in the middle here, which means that when it comes to resetting the Game Boy, like now, I don't really know how to navigate that, to be honest. The tripod's just in the way. That's a bit better, I think. We're getting there. We're getting there. Anyway, how you doing, Ben? Hope you're having a good day. Anyone unfamiliar with Brisidon in the chat? Absolute legend. Fantastic Pokemon shiny hunting content. Really enjoyed the stories that Brisidon weaves. Mixed with vlogging elements too. Big fan. Thank you very much, Double T. I hope I managed to get one too. I need to catch up on these messages. Player prediction is Zamazenta, Calyrex Shadow Rider takes about half of the top 4 for the first Gen 9 double restricted major. Wow, okay. Interesting. You've been brewing that one, haven't you, Jack? Who knows what the next regulation will be. Feeling sick with powering through. How's the hunt going? Well, I hope you feel better soon, Ben. I feel like this past winter, there's been so many bugs going around, and really aggressive versions of bugs too. I was ill after the Birmingham Regional Championships. I was ill after EYC. Yeah, but also over Christmas there was like some stomach bug. So many people were feeling under the weather. So I hope that you're not feeling too badly, Ben. And I hope that, you know, now that the spring is here, it's not going to linger too long. Now the weather's getting warmer. Anyway. Shocking that the Venom app was so long ago. I totally agree, Heath. What is time at this point? It's ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. How quickly time's going. Like, we can joke about... Oh, wow, isn't time going quickly? But it's actually quite terrifying. Is anyone else finding that? How quickly time is going? Riding with Groudon and or Koga, or riding with Lunala. Interesting, Double T. Interesting predictions. Massive crew of legends. That's right, Riley. Briseidon, so Toasty Toes. Love to see it. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Briseidon, am I going to get a guarantee from you? The Briseidon guarantee. I know you can't control it. I know that, you know, you've just got to feel it. But how are you feeling tonight? Because I have a feeling that this could happen tonight. It's been such a busy day, being on Hidden Power and then Dusty Go-Go being on mine, watching that premiere, taking care of other stuff too, and now streaming. And it tends to be on those days where everything happens that a shiny happens too. It's not Ronnie. Oh no. I'm looking forward to reading the story. I just went with the gut. I was toying between Garchomp and Torchic, but okay. There we go. Well, I know what I go for next time. Thank you, Roddy. Wow. Struggling through my guesses. We'll get there eventually. It's quite nice, actually, because it means that the 1000 will be all the sweeter when I actually get it right. You usually only get 6. You only get sick once every 6 months, I assume. This is like twice in 2 months. You're so over it. Yeah, it's mild. Okay, I'm glad to hear it's mild. So annoying. That's so annoying. It was similar for me. Yeah, it was 2 months, 2 consecutive months that I got ill this year. Hope it remains mild. The next regulation is either double restricted or Reg H with Paradox. Reg H with Paradox. That's interesting. Interesting call, Jack. If we do go back to something like Reg H, it'd be great to see some kind of twist, as you say, maybe with the Paradox. Yeah. Time's going by super fast. Exactly, Double T. Exactly. Unbelievable. Your 30 this year, it really feels like your 20s flew by. Pandemic was the impact of that, but really making sure you make the most of that. Yeah, for sure, Riley, for sure. Yeah, COVID, what a strange thing that did with time. I don't know. I feel like time was getting faster anyway. But COVID just compounded that. Anyone else find that? COVID has made time even weirder. So let's go easy with chicken sandwich. Sounds nice, Jobski. Hope you enjoyed. Try so hard to get the feeling. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate that. Feel it building. That Briseidon guarantee. Guess at the 1000. Well, it might be 950. It would be quite epic. Maybe I'll deliberately get it wrong at 950. So I get it right for the 1000. Ronnie. Thank you so much, Samantha. Thank you for popping by. Appreciate you dropping by. And I hope you're having a very merry day, Samantha. Thank you for the shiny luck. Let's hope so. Let us hope so. I'm glad I decided to double up on this hunt. Because these Professor Realm resets, they are so slow. So, what are the members of this dream team that I'm going for besides Totodile? We're talking Forretress, Espeon, Kingdra, Piloswine, and Skarmory or Xatu. There's neither or there because the Skarmory encounters will take ages. What I might do is sort of go for Natu on one system or one game and Skarmory on the other. And then whatever shines first. And in terms of why, Totodile was my first ever first partner in Pokemon Silver, my favourite game of all time, and this is my childhood copy. On the left, that's where the silver is. in terms of Forretress, I love the bug type. I remember seeing Pineco evolve into Forretress and it was Bug Steel, and I wasn't expecting that combination and was hyped about that. Didn't even know that Pineco evolved into Forretress for the longest time. Espeon, my preferred out of Espeon and Umbreon. When I was younger, my Eevee evolved into Espeon, and it takes so long in this game to get that happiness up. So that was a really exciting time. I'll never forget that. Kingdra is my favourite Pokemon, partly because I love Gen 2, I love Seahorses, Water Dragon, such a cool combination. I could never really have a Kingdra playing through because I didn't have people to trade with. Didn't know where to find the Dragon Scale. I thought originally it was the King's Rock that made Kingdra evolve. I mean, it's Kingdra. The fact that it evolves from Gen 1 Pokemon, huge. And I started playing with Gen 1, but it was Gen 2 that really spoke to me first. All of these reasons and more. There's actually a bit of light Chazingdra iconography in the art as well, with the swirly sea. It's supposed to be reminiscent of the tail, but also the whirlpools that you have to get past to get into the World Islands, where you can find Horsey and Seedra and Kingdra. Well, not Kingdra, but yeah. So all that sort of thing. Probably more reasons besides. Piloswine, Ice is my favourite type. Ice Path, I really love. And then, yeah, Skarmory, it's a silver exclusive, which is cool. Steel Flying, a unique combination for a very long time. Until Corviknight. Xatu, I think, is a fantastic design. I remember Xatu being on the booster pack design for the Generation 2 cards, I believe. Yeah, so I'll take either of those. Very happy with the targets. But we can only get going with the other targets once Totodile shines. So, glad you're doing well, Samantha. Oops, that reset didn't go through. I was I know you all know that I love Ledibur and Ledian. I was debating having it on the team, but yeah, I just feel like Ledibur and Ledian, my love for those only came a bit later. Plus, they're pretty weak. Let's not lie. You know, a dream team. I think Ledibur's its own thing. I'll probably do a victory shiny hunt of Ledibur once I've finished this dream team. Yeah, baller dream team. I'm glad you think so, Ben. I'm glad it gets the Poseidon seal of approval. I'm just sort of putting your name before everything here. The Poseidon guarantee, the Poseidon seal of approval. Maybe we'll all get the Poseidon sickness, given you're not feeling well right now. Who knows? Glad you like the sound of it. Ben and everyone else in chat, here's a question for you. If you were doing a Generation 2 Dream Team quest, what would your targets be? If you were doing a Generation 2 Dream Team quest, what would your targets be? Generation 2 is my favourite, and it was hard to narrow down the list, to be honest. In fact, I'm doing a casual playthrough of Crystal right now. And I'm in Kanto. I'm sort of doing the gym leaders and then getting to Red. And I just thought it would be so cool if I was shiny hunting Johto Pokemon in Kanto that you can't get in Johto. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. And then trading them over to a new save file so you can play through the Johto bit of the game with these Pokemon that you can't ordinarily have early on. That's been on my mind for a long time, and now that I'm in Kanto with Crystal, we can start making headway on that as well. Once I've beaten Red, so excited for that too. This is the thing, because I'd love to have Larvitar, for example, on my dream team. Misdreavus, my favourite ghost type. Houndour, which is a Pokemon that keeps finding me shiny. I've encountered many shiny Houndour accidentally, which I feel like is a sign. But anyway, but you can't play through the game with them, so I thought that would be really cool. Let me catch up on these messages. Went back to find when you first found the streams. July 18th, day 23 of Safari. Wow, that's quite late, Heath. I assumed you were there earlier. I mean, in my mind, you've always been here, which is a good thing. You are firmly a member of the community. Got my Discord community link below, by the way, everybody, if you want to hop into there. Share a love for the Pokemon video games. Off stream too. And all likes and subscribes, hugely appreciated. Who knows? It might be the like that you drop that makes Totodile shine. You never know. Never know. If you get Regulation H with Paradox, you're running a team with Pincurchin and Iron Hands. Are you, Jack? Ha! That's fun. It might work out. I would love to see Pincurchin getting more love. Nearly 5,000 resets, everybody. We're over half odds here. See if it happens today. Been such a dream to finally play through Ruby. Yeah, I bet, Riley. Keen for me to start my playthrough now too. Thank you so much, Riley. Although I've been going for this far shorter than you were going for that shiny Zangoose that you got recently, and huge congratulations on that again, Riley. Incredible. Yeah, I remember when I did a Pokemon Sapphire Dream Team quest, which I wasn't streaming. It was before I was streaming. Whenever I found a target, just the relief of, oh my goodness, I can actually play through the game. I love the shiny hunts, but also it makes it all sweeter when you have that variety. Do a shiny hunt, and then play through a bit more of this nostalgic story, etc. Thank you very much, Ronnie. Thank you for the luck, and thank you for stopping by. Always a pleasure. Sorry about the tool chick. Yeah, you ponder on that, Ben. It's a tough one. I was so lucky with that Pokemon Sapphire Dream Team quest that I did. All of the finds were under odds. And I was single hunting. Literally just the one cartridge. I kind of now wish that I had been streaming it because the luck I had was completely crazy. Trico. I got the uncatchable Pooch, but like 1,000 or maybe like 500 later, got the shiny Trico. Whismer. Seviper, that was a cool find. And I always sort of shudder to say this in your presence, Ryder, because the counterpart in Sapphire of Zangoose, and it was the first phase of me in only like 2,000 encounters or something ridiculous. Beautifly. It was a Wurmple, and then it did happen to evolve into Beautifly, which is unbelievable. Bannet and Clamperl, which evolved into Gorobus. And then Kyogre. All of them under odds. I just need to do the Elite Four on that file. So at some point I will wrap up that quest. But yeah, unbelievable. All under odds. And I had the best time. So yes, Riley, I know how it feels to play through the game again. Finally. Hello, Papa Bine. I realise I'm very late getting to your message and I apologise for that. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good one. Always a pleasure to see you here. More Mystery Dungeon streaming tomorrow, everybody. I started that for the first time ever last week. We'll continue tomorrow. See what adventures we get up to. And then from next Thursday onwards, probably a brand new kind of stream challenge. And I look forward to you discovering what that will be. I very much look forward to it myself. It's going to be something a little bit different. The Poseidon midday nap. Yep. That's what I'll refer to it as from now on, Ben. Lady Anne, beat BDSP, so is it really weak? Well, true, Jack. Certainly in Gold and Silver, it's weaker than it is in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. That much we know to be true. You started a Crystal Virtual Console Dream Team quest before your 2DS. Oh, okay. That's so disappointing, right? I'm very sorry to hear that. 14,564 resets into it. Okay, so you hadn't actually found your first partner yet. I guess if there's any consolation, it's that, you know, a bunch of shinies weren't stolen, but that is rubbish. I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm enjoying this music. This is a new album. I always... For the time being, I'm streaming with Stream Beats by Aracella, and this is what it's called, Moonwalk, I think, yeah, this album. Really nice one, really nice one. Music for the channel is coming, everybody. Very soon, hopefully next week, for the channel anniversary in a couple of weeks' time. Been working with someone very dear to me on the music, and we've just finalised what the music will be, and now it's just sort of recording different versions of it for different purposes, like streaming, podcast, and videos. So I look forward to that. I can't wait for you all to hear it. And WOLFE GLICK on the podcast next week as well. Oh, can't wait for you all to hear it. I had a really fun chat with Wolf. Life stories and dream teams of people in the Pokemon community. Discover Wolves next week. Probably next Friday. It's normally on Wednesdays that I release episodes. But next Wednesday, we're getting more information about the Switch 2. So... And it's around the same time as I would release episodes, so don't want to clash with that. Probably next Friday, Wolf's episode will come out. But it's quite nice that it's delayed in a way because it will then bridge the gap better into the channel anniversary the following week. Cyndaquil is... Oh, hang on a sec. Bits of a culture copy of Gold. You'll be starting again soon. Very good, Riley. Hope you're looking forward to that. Cyndaquil is still eluding you after all those resets. After that, you're not sure yet, other than Sneasel. Favorite Pokemon in Ribbon Master Pal. Of course he is, Riley. I remember you talking about your Sneasel and Ho-Oh team. Sneasel, though, is only available at Mount Silver. It's another one that you can only get later on in the game. In Gold and Silver. Which is annoying. But, yeah, again, another one that maybe I consider hunting in the Kanto bit of the game. And then, of course, it's useful to have a Pokemon that can fly. And then you're looking at Murkrow. And then it's like, I have 3 Dark types on my team that are Kanto exclusive with Murkrow, Houndour, and Sneasel. At least Murkrow takes neutral from fighting, but... yeah, it's still not ideal. Then you would have Mischievous, though, which is immune, so... But then Larvitar's weak to fighting, too. Dear oh dear. I have to look up if there's a Surf Pokemon that's exclusive to Kanto as well. I originally thought that Chinchou was exclusive to Kanto, but I think... Actually, you can fish it up in Johto. But I don't think any trainer in Johto uses Chinchou Lantern, which really ups the mystique of it, which is really exciting. And Heath, no, 100%. 100%. A cool member of the community. Watch out for channel memberships coming soon as well, everybody. Week or two's time. Lovely perks that will be revealed. Alex Usplash in the community is working on fantastic badges and emoji for me right now. It's all exciting times ahead. Meganium, Heracross, Lantern, Crobat, Macargo, and Donphan will be your Gen 2 Dream Team, assuming you can catch them all in Johto. Ooh. Lovely team, Jat. That's a really cool team. Yeah, Donphan is great, isn't it? It's very hard. I'm increasingly tempted, to be honest, to try and go for a Johto shiny dex. Not necessarily living dex. Yeah, we'll see. But to find every Pokemon shiny in Johto would be... incredible. So, you can't catch Slugma in Johto, Jack, but I think the other targets are all fine. Cool team, though. Ruby DTQ had 3 uncatchable pooches, and it's all been single cart hunts. Yeah, love a single cart hunt. I was tempted to do it, but again, just these resets are so slow. And I started this quest... early January, and yeah, we still haven't found the first member, so I figured it was time to crack out another system to hunt on. Hey up, Tom, good to see you. How are you doing? Welcome into the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful week. Hello, Araf, good to see you as well. What's new with you? Thanks so much for being here. Assume you also get Tyranitar, Larvitar, and Mount Silver. Yeah, you get Larvitar and Mount Silver too. In Hard Gold Soul Silver, you can catch all these Pokemon in the Safari Zone, I think. You can definitely catch Larvitar, and you can definitely catch Mischievous. So, at least there's that. You can fish it in Cherrygrove. Yeah, possibly a New Bark town as well, Jack. With the Chinchou. Still running high, or 4-4 at Stockholm, especially the journey to that 4-4. Oh yeah, Jack, tell me more about that, because I was unfamiliar. And how did Ben do? How did Ben do in Stockholm? 4-4, fantastic. Good for you, Jack. Working on a shiny living dex at the moment, it's so fun. Oh, good, Papa Hotbine. Is that in Scarlet and Violet? What games are we talking there? How's everyone? Doing very well, thanks, Tom. It's been a crazy day here. I was on the Hidden Power podcast talking about Gen 10 and the future of competitive. I featured Dusty Gogoat on my podcast, one of the hosts of Hidden Power. As always, life story and dream teams, and Dusty's dream team. And now I'm streaming, so a big old merry afternoon, early evening. Broke 900 subscribers as well, which is exciting. I'm hoping to reach 1,000 by the anniversary in a couple of weeks' time. I think we can do that. Especially with Wolfe's episode coming out next week. And then I'm really hoping for much swifter growth on the channel. I have various plans for that. I'm working on my EUIC video right now, the event from the caster's perspective, which I'm excited for you all to see. I'm upping the efficiency in working on that. First video of its kind. I've never seen a video like it on YouTube, so there's kind of no blueprint. Which obviously is making things take longer, but a very satisfying process. I want to get it right, but also don't want to be too perfectionist about things. Ultimately, you just want to get a video out there at the end of the day. But I hope people enjoy it, because I'd love to make that kind of content again. But anyway, Tom, that's a long-winded way of saying, doing well, thanks. And it's been a busy day. How about you? How is your hunt going, Tom? I knew you just had your semester exam today. How did it go, Araf? How did it go? Honoured to have you here, celebrating by being in this stream. Must feel good to have it out of the way. This Johto Dream 2 scenario, does that include Gen 1? It can include... it's up to you, really, Heath. If you want it to include Gen 1, then it can. I always go for Pokemon introduced in that generation. It would be pretty rare for me not to do that. But if you want Gen 1, then for sure. For example, on my Crystal playthrough that I was talking about, I have Shiny Smoochum from the Odd Egg, and the Shiny odds are far better for the Odd Egg than any other Pokemon in Crystal, really, besides the guaranteed Red Gyarados, of course. And that's on my team because even though it evolves into Jinx, which is Gen 1, at least it has a Generation 2 tie in that it was once a Smoochum, you know. I made Lance's Dragonite significantly easier. I'll tell you what. Doing the Elite Four with that team, which was Shiny Jinx, as they say, Typhlosion, Donphan, Ursaring, Umbreon, and... who's the other one? Typhlosion, Jinx, Donphan, Ursaring... oh, Politoed. It was so hype. I mean, I lost the first time. Which I kind of like, you know, doing an Elite Four run. Just reminds you, okay, no, it's not entirely easy. We do have to think about this. Politoed was so huge. For 3 of those 5 battles. It has Belly Drum and Body Slam. And, wow, it just swept. It was so good. Against... yeah, it really paved the way in Lance. It couldn't go all the way and claim all the knockouts itself, but it made it so much easier for the rest of the team. Loved playing through with Politoed. Sort of become my signature Pokemon on that playthrough. And I love Politoed. I love Water types. It was close. As it always is when you go up against a trainer with 3 Dragonite. There we go. Current hunts are Odd Eggs and starters in Crystal. Nice, Papa Opmine. That sounds very nostalgic. Good luck with the hunts. And we've broken 4,900. 5,000 incoming. One of every Pokemon, all generations. What? All generations? Been a crazy journey so far. I started back in Pearl once you found first shiny, which is Medicham. I started like 2007. Oh my goodness, Papa Up One, I had no idea. Well, every Pokemon, all generations. So have you been working through the generations? So you found them all in Gen 4 and then you moved up? How's that been working? Unbelievable. Went really well. Nervous about it before it started. Well, I'm glad it went well, Araf. Clearly your preparation was on point. Preparation is what it's all about. Overalls and Arceus today. Okay. Having some tea. Might do some more encounters for Goomy. Fair enough. Is that for a Dream Team quest you're doing yourself, Tom? Oh. I need to pay attention. Did not reset on that. Good luck for the Goomy hunt, Tom. Current hunts, yes, I referred to that. Pop-up mine. Poliwrath, Kingdra, Electabuzz, Donphan, Hitmontop, Xatu. Cool team, cool teams. We've got a couple of fightings there. A couple of water. Nice. Love to hear it. Very nice team, Heath. And, you know, even though Poliwrath doesn't have a connection with Gen 2 necessarily, at least it could have evolved into Politoed, so there's kind of that. My first shiny Wrath was a random shiny Kakuna in Pokemon Silver, in this very copy of Pokemon Silver that I'm playing right now on my black Game Boy Advance SP. Random Kakuna. I'd recently started a new game. I'd seen the Red Gyarados, so I knew what it was. I hear horror stories on my podcast of guests who think it's a glitch or something because they're so rare, you've never seen a shiny before, and so they reset the game. But I was aware of what the shiny was. I caught the Kakuna. I didn't know it extended beyond the Gyarados, to be honest, when I was younger. So when I evolved it, I didn't know if it would become a regular Beedrill, but no, it of course stayed shiny. But I think it's often the case that people who have that experience when they're younger with a random shiny, it just captivates them and encourages them to do this shiny hunting thing now. Tom, what was your very first shiny? How did you get into shiny hunting? So, Jack, round 1 wasn't great. Facing Koraidon Perish Trap. Okay, wow, so I'm running Wolfie's team. Bold. Then round 2, you faced a rough Calyrex Ice Rider team. Starting 0-2 wasn't ideal, but then beat a team similar to Hangang, so you got going up to 1-2. Okay, Jack, this is quite the tale, isn't it? Loving it. Okay. Jack Clark, you were scared. Game 1, you won. Game 2... Game 1, you won. Game 2, he won. Game 3, it was very close, but you did indeed get the win. That's amazing, Jack. I remember seeing that. Incredible that you beat Jack Clark, a trainer with such standing. That's amazing. Congratulations. That's a real... I hope that's a real vote of confidence, because it should be. Need your afternoon coffee. You were just sending an email, and you almost said we need to disclude the third marker. Enjoy your afternoon coffee, Riley. I think they'd have understood what you meant anyway. Round 4, you faced the standard Zamazenta team, and you got the win. Was quite close. Round 5, Zacian. Won't make you a good read. Game 3, struggled against the Terapagos. Getting knocked out day 2. Then round 8, your opponent outplayed you, ending you at 4-4. Well, that sounds great, Jack. That sounds great. Congratulations. And that's a real build on some of your previous results. So, again, hope you're feeling really good about that, because you should. Currently doing a... So Goomy is just a random hunt you felt like doing. Cool. Goomy's a good lad. Totally agree. I've got a Goomy behind me. Can you see it? There's Debbie. Debbie, my Goomy. At EYC, I picked up Goomy, Debbie, from the Pokemon Center. And Sierra picked up a Dreepy that she named Alan. And the idea was that we sort of built up a little rivalry between them over the weekend, but then Alan never appeared on stream. And Debbie did, even though Sierra got Alan first. Which is a shame. I even tried to get hashtag Goo Vibes going with Megumi. Excited to see the Cecil Lily episode. Nice, Samantha. Yes, I saw your comment. Thank you for that. I recorded with Cecil Lily yesterday, actually. That episode will be coming soon, probably in April. Well, definitely in April. A couple of weeks into April, maybe. Yeah, Cecil Lily, fantastic content, and things really kicking off for Cecil Lily right now, so excited to feature her. Currently doing a badge quest in Sword. Oh, yes, I remember hearing about this, Tom. And then after that, you plan on doing a Nostalgia Team quest for another game. Ooh, nice. A Nostalgia Team quest. That is very exciting. I'm tempted to do a Nostalgia Team quest at some point myself. I'm going to stay hydrated, everybody. I have not been. For anyone familiar, in Nostalgia Team Quest, you shiny hunt a team that you played through a game with and play through that same game again. So you might have memories from when you were younger of playing through, I don't know, Ruby and Sapphire, for example. You'd play through one of those games again and shiny hunt your team along the way with the same members. Sounds great. Tell us more about this Nostalgia Team Quest, Tom. Hey up, Deb. Exactly, Tom. Oh. Here we go. Back in sync. Going 02 to 42 is no small feat. It certainly isn't, Jack. It's incredible. You can jump between generations based on whichever hunt you want to do. No generation is fully completed yet. 10 time what you fancy, fair enough. Violet Girl and Legends Arceus have helped. Oh, for sure, yeah. I think it's probably right to keep hopping around the generations, to be honest with you, Hotbine. Because otherwise I think you'd feel some serious fatigue and tedium. All right, going with Politoed, you're going to have your Poliwrath. Yeah. Poliwrath and Kingdra are your top dogs, for sure. Follow your heart, Heath. First ever shiny was Torkoal and Ruby. Wow! That is fairly rare find as well. I had no idea what a shiny was, just thought it was some special Torkoal. I got into hunting last year on a complete whim. Oh, cool, okay. So were memories of that shiny Torkoal still there in your mind when you got into hunting, Tom? Was that something that inspired you, in a way? And tell us more about this whim that got you into hunting. That sounds interesting. Obviously weird hunts like grayscale inverted colours. Oh, that's fun. All Oricorio forms, but with different methods. Keeps all hands new, exciting. Yeah, that's probably a good way of doing it, Hotbine, so it doesn't all get too tedious. How am I resetting this counter? I feel like I didn't just then. Not 4 people out of day 2 potential and beating Jack Clark was insane. Yeah. Hope it was a really good vote of confidence for you, Jack. Since I recently played through Sapphire, may know about the trainer on Route 115 who only has either a Zangoose or Viper on his team, version dependent. Says it's a rare Pokemon. That guy single-handedly caused your childhood love for Zangoose and subsequently the 30 months of pain for the hunt. Wow. Absolutely ruined him with your blue Zangoose the other day and it felt so vindicated. That's amazing, Riley. What a story. Love that. I'm always here for tales from youth playing Pokemon. So if anyone has any that they'd like to share, very nostalgic things. Things that have come full circle maybe. Moments that have felt special to them. Please do share. I'd love to hear. Thank you for sharing that, Riley. First video series was an Omega Ruby badge quest, and one of the hunts was a Torkoal, which you bred using a Torkoal you transferred from your childhood game. Nice, Tom. That sounds amazing. Cool. And you got the shiny hunting bug, as they say. I remember when I first saw shiny hunting on YouTube, I was like, what is this? Why would anyone do this? Sort of thing, and now here I am. I think you've got to love Pokemon. You've got to love the franchise to get into shiny hunting. But again, shiny hunting is all about what you do in the background, right? If you were just focusing on the shiny hunt, then you would go crazy. I was about to reset without checking the Totodile then. And yeah, the encounters fly by and you're taking in an interesting podcast or YouTube video or what have you. That's the way to do it. Nostalgia Team will be level 70 first partner and 5 Victory Road Pokemon. At least for the first 4. Wow! Victory Road! So you you waited until Victory Road to get your other team members, Heath. That's amazing. It's normally like the Route 1 Bird, for Gen 4 Shink, something like that. Literally on a whim, you saw an Omega Ruby save and was like, oh, I want a shiny hunt Mudkip. Oh, I see. 300-ish resets. Not bad. Made a video, rest is history. Fair enough, Tom. Just giving it a go. I encourage everyone to just give things a go. Who knows? You might find the next thing you're passionate about. All about the journey. Totally agree, Tom. All about the journey. All you gotta do is win Bologna and you'll make Worlds. Exactly, Jack. Just go and win Bologna. Why not? Beautiful place, Bologna. Medler, you remember when you first played Crystal, you forgot to buy revives and didn't have your Poliwrath for most of the Elite Four. Still managed to beat Lance with no Ice Punch. That's amazing, Medler. And good to see you. Welcome into the chat. Always a pleasure to see you. Hope you're having a very merry day. What have you been up to today, Medler? And tell us more. How did you beat that? How did you beat Lance, if you can remember? You can make it that easy, Jack, I'm sure. Only is your first partner for the first 4 generations. You never trained anything else. Wow. I think a lot of people will concur with that, Heath. So yeah, everybody, make sure you check out the episode I recorded for the Hidden Power podcast today. It was a lot of fun. We talked about Generation 10 and the future of competitive Pokemon and Pokemon Champions a bit too. I was talking about how I think we will have Megas as well as Terrestrialization. Well, we know we have it in Champions. I think I could see next year we can have ZA Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. It would just seem wrong not to give us that option. Give ZA even more reason to be played. I think competitive will move over to Champions because since it's on mobile as well, and making it so much more accessible, and surely it would just be a kick into the teeth to say to people, great, you've been enjoying Champions on your phone, but you need to have the Generation 10 games and a Nintendo Switch to compete in a tournament. Just seems counter-intuitive. So many questions, of course. I think Generation 10, I don't know if this is likely, but I would love to see a reflection and love for everything that's come before. So it's Dynamax as well as Z-moves, as well as Terrestrialization, as well as Megas. It would be confusing for new players. But maybe like it's a simplified version of them or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's not going to happen. But I just feel like, for a start, I think with Generation 10, I would guess, I have no idea of course, but I would guess that we'll have the entire Pokedex available again. So we can catch them all. And then Generation 11, potentially a soft reset like they did with Generation 5. So only new Pokemon appearing until you beat the Elite Four. It's the 30th anniversary of Pokemon as well, so I feel like Generation 10 won't be too new, because I think they want to lean into people's nostalgia. Think about Let's Go and how popular those games were, and Pokemon Go when that came out. It's the old mixed with the new. I feel like it's what they angle towards. These are some theories that I have. What do you all think? Since Charizard was knocked out in a battle, you knew it was over. 3 Gravelers, Onix, and Machoke wouldn't be able to hack it. 3 Gravelers, Machoken, and Onyx. It's something that I often don't think about, actually. The potential of having repeated Pokemon on your team. It's not something I've done, but yeah, you know, I could play through a game with only Kingdra, for example. Only a team of Kingdra. Do any of you play through the games with repeated Pokemon on your teams? Should be every gimmick and a Pokemon can use all of them at once. Like the Chaos into you. Yeah, maybe not that, Tom. Although I could see... I could see you can use 2 at once. I could see Terra Megas, for example. Distinctly remember training your whole team to level 50 through the... Game held its crown with Body Slam and Electrode and Celebi new rock moves, so it wasn't too bad. Wow, Celebi as well. Thanks for sharing that memory, Meddler. That's fun. Fun team. I hope people say they think Go will be replaced by it. Oh, wow. I don't see it because Merriman is going to be the exact same as VGC. Yeah. Go being replaced by champions. I'm not sure about that. Pokemon Go has its own battle style. And the Pokemon Go competitive scene is only just sort of getting going. Yeah, I would doubt that. Love Gen 10 to be just set on a cruise ship or a big plane. You just travel from region to region getting badges. Fighting rivals or protagonists and battling in frontiers or Maison, my dream. That's really cool, actually. Set on a plane, traveling around. That is another thing, actually, that I predict for Gen 10. Some kind of connection between the regions. They've been hinting about Kalos and Paldea being connected. Blueberry Academies in Unova. We know that Johto and Kanto are connected. To expand on that would be amazing. Or, you know, not necessarily all of them at once, because that's a lot. Gen 10, like, you start in one region, then it turns out it's connected to another. Just like they did with Generation 2. That'd be amazing. But yeah, it feels like they've been building it up for so long. The idea of games being, of these worlds being connected. These regions, I should say, being connected. Excuse me. Then, of course, everybody also check out the interview I did with Dusty Gogo on my channel for Chazingdra Chats, Life Stories and Dream Teams of people in the Pokemon community. Dusty Gogo, one of the hosts of Hidden Power. We did a crossover, 4949. A nice repeated number for everyone. Yeah, Dusty reached out to me suggesting I come on their show, and so I thought, well, I want to return the favour. So I had Dusty on Chazingdra Chats too. One of the first collaborations I've done, really, and had a great time, so I look forward to doing more at some point. Gen 10 needs to be the Avengers of Pokemon. Loads of returning characters and cameos. Yeah. We'll see Lily again after her journey back to Kanto. I love that idea, Tom. Loads of returning characters and cameos. That would be really cool. And to be honest, I think that's almost likely. Because again, I think they will want to lean into that nostalgia element. Not done a playthrough with repeated Pokemon. You did a leaf green grass only. Yes, love a monotype run as well, Papa Bind. I'd love to do a monotype run of a game at some point. Over lockdown, I did a water only monotype run of Soul Silver. That was so much fun. Real, you know. You had to really use some tactics, some real challenges coming through in that playthrough. I remember Red being like one of the most exciting Pokemon battles I'd ever done. It was, you know, I was picking up a Pokemon again for the first time in ages. And yeah. I'm trying to remember some of the... Weirdly, Erica I don't think was that bad, actually, because, you know, by that point, your team has some coverage and you're pretty high leveled. Bugsy was pretty tough. Oh, I love that so much. But yeah, monotype runs I highly support. Question for everyone in chat. If you had to start a new monotype run, which type would it be and which generation would you play through? If you had to start a new monotype run, which type would it be and which generation would you play through? I'll reflect on that once I just catch up on these messages. The Hidden Power podcast episode this morning was a great time. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Heath. Very pleased you enjoyed. Welcome in, by the way, everyone, if you're just tuning in. If you're here because you listened to the Hidden Power podcast episode, I hope you enjoyed. My name is Charlie Merriman. I am Merry by name and Merry by nature. I host and commentate for the Pokemon Video Game Championship Series, and I create content, of course. And I hope you enjoy your time on the channel. I hope you enjoy a chill stream now. Check out my podcast, interviewing Dusty Go-Go on today's episode. Nearly 50 further episodes where that one came from, and WOLFE GLICK on the podcast next week. And plenty more content too. I've got my socials linked below too. At Chazingdra across everything. Likes and subscribes hugely appreciated. Let's make this Totodile shine. Bring that luck. We're about to hit 5,000 resets. Discord community link below too. It'd be a pleasure to see you in there. I stream Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. It's competitive Tuesdays, shiny hunting Wednesdays, and challenge runs on Thursdays, which is currently playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon for the first time ever. And potentially a new kind of challenge run starting next Thursday. But I hope you enjoy your time here. It's a pleasure to see you all here. Imagine being in Generation 10 and seeing Wally and May double battling Arven and Nimona. That's true, yeah. That's fun, really. And the dramatic irony of the player character doesn't know these old characters, but of course you as the player do. Some interesting things to explore there. Maybe that will be the, well, I was about to say maybe time travel in some way will be a feature of Generation 10 so that we can go to all these places. I know that time isn't necessarily an element of it. But then, Scarlet and Violet, it was time travel, really. Time machine, Paradox Pokemon. I feel like, as well, Scarlet and Violet, surely there was an opportunity there for infrared and ultraviolet stuff, something about light. I remember that was a theory, actually, when Scarlet and Violet were first announced. Pokemon Day 2022. But anyway, great games. Love the gameplay. Ice 100%. You all Canadian, gotta stay frosty. Yeah, Generation, it's probably Generation 4 since so many cool Ice ones get a cool evolution. You know what, Riley? That's definitely high up there for me as well, both type and generation, because I remember my first playthrough of Platinum. Once I beat it, I was like, what if I built an Ice Gym Leader team? Because, as you say, so many cool Ice-type Pokemon introduced in Generation 4. And Glaceon was going to be my ace, and you can't spell Glaceon without ace. Mamoswine, which was like... What was the moveset? It was something funky. I think it was Curse, Ice Shard, I guess Earthquake? I'm trying to think, what were the other two moves? They kind of complemented each other somehow. Curse, Ice Shard. Oh, it might have been, oh yeah, Amnesia. And then a ground type move. So maybe it was Earthquake. But that, you know, you can see there beginning to think more competitively, right? Because it's like, you reduce your speed with Curse, but Ice Shard always goes first. And you're boosting the power with Curse, etc. Walrein was stockpile. I think it was Earthquake again. It's good coverage against the fire. It wasn't Spit Up and Swallow. I think that's 3 females in a row on the silver version. Pretty rare. Stockpile just for the defense boost. Stockpile, Earthquake, Ice, something. Was it Ice Beam? Even though it was a special move? Not sure. And Rest, maybe? Oh, something like that, anyway. Who else? I think those are the only members I'd started building. But then Frostlass was going to be on there, I think. Maybe Lapras. Anyway, so I started building that, Riley. Is that 4 females in a row on silver? That is crazy. If we can get 4 females on a row, we can get a shiny. You heard it here first. What other monotypes and generations would I do? Oh, actually, after the monotype water in Soul Silver that I did a dragon-only playthrough of Emerald. And there aren't that many dragons, actually. And because Kingdra had been on my Soul Silver water team, I didn't actually have Kingdra on that team. It was Dragonite, Salamence, Altaria. And I think it was quite creative because, again, there aren't too many dragons. So it was Cradilly, Fossil, is how I linked it. Milotic, Sea Serpent, kind of dragon-like. And the final one was... I need to think about what that final one was. But yeah, a dragon run would be fun. A bug run would be fun. In fact, yeah, this is bringing back all the memories, because over lockdown I also did a bug run of Leaf Green, I think. And there are literally 6 bug types to use. Pinsir Scyther, Butterfree, I was about to say Caterfree. Butterfree, Beedrill, and Parasect and Venomoth. Those are all the bug types. All the fully evolved bug types, I should say. In Generation 1. That was fun. I think I then started doing a Generation 1 Ice Run too. And it was around then that I got the Switch, and so I don't think I returned to that run. I played Pokemon Shield, and my mind was blown. Over lockdown. Ice would indeed be cool. A hot pine. Good use of the word cool. Maybe Grass in Generation 2. Love the Chikorita line and Hoppip. Yes, Hotbine. I love both of those as well. Hoppip in particular. Well, actually, I do love the Chikorita line, but I just remember, I think I had a Jumpluff card Might have been shiny. The card, I mean. A holo. This is the thing, I find myself just wanting to shiny hunt all of the Generation 2 Pokemon in Gold, Silver, Crystal, so... It's another female. But yeah, good call out there, Hotbine. Also love to see them dig more into the alternate world stuff that Zinnia talks about in the Delta episode of Auras. Yes. Tom, I was thinking about that, I could definitely see that coming to the fore in Generation 10. It seems like a multiverse is only likely in Pokemon. You know, for example, there is only one of legendary Pokemon, and yet I have an Articuno, you have an Articuno, everyone has an Articuno, so how do you reconcile that sort of thing? And like, Galarian, Articuno, and that sort of thing, the regional forms of legendaries, and you know, I have no idea what type you go with. Whatever type, it's probably have to be in Generation 9 for the most options. Dragon and Fighting are your favourite types. Yeah, makes sense for you, Heath, for sure. Sounds good. Good question, Riley. Komo is one of your favourite Pokemon, yeah. A good deduction, Riley. I think it's Poliwrath and Kingdra, though, right? Your favourite, Heath. Your favourites. Must have been Flygon. Oh, yeah, it was Flygon. Thank you very much, Riley. Of course it was. How did I not think about Flygon? Yeah. I thought I'd cover them all with Salamence and Altaria in terms of the non-legendary dragons, but no, of course it's Flygon. Just broke 900 subscribers, everybody. I think we're well on the way to 950 now. So, all likes and subscribes hugely appreciated. Help me reach 1,000 by the channel anniversary in a couple of weeks' time. Cats are free. It's a pretty nice name, isn't it, Heath? Feels like they've been building up to it for a while. It certainly does, doesn't it, Tom? I think this is the thing. We want them to spend the time on the games, get them right, make sure they function as they should, etc. But also, the longer they leave it, the more pressure they pile on themselves for the games to be the best thing anyone's ever seen. It's an interesting one. To be honest, there's already so many expectations, it being Generation 10 and the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. I remember in 2019, people optimistically calling it the year of Pokemon because Detective Pikachu came out as well as Sword and Shield. To think that people were calling it the year of Pokemon then, when now the competitive scene and events are as big as they are. Generation 10 is next year, the 30th anniversary is next year. If anything, next year is the year of Pokemon, you know what I mean? It just builds and builds and builds. I've seen any of Johnstone's videos. Yes! I have. I certainly have, Hotbine. Yeah, I love Johnstone's videos. Very engaging storyteller. Am fighting guy, am dragon. And you're so much more, Heath. We all contain multitudes. Polythron and Kingdra are your favourites. Don't have a poly tattoo though. Okay. Interesting, Heath. Noted. We'll see how that develops. Thank you very much, Tom. That's very kind of you. I saw you recently reached 100 subscribers. Congratulations to you too. It feels good to have hard work pay off, doesn't it? And I think I saw that you released a video going through your console collection to celebrate the 100. Very nice. Tara is a gem to you since you started with yellow and skipped to Generation 2 right to Sapphire. First dragon. Ah, cool, Hotbine, yeah. I mean, Riley, sorry. I loved Swablu and Altaria when I first played through the games as well. A really unique idea for a dragon too. And the idea that dragons were now more accessible, it wasn't just the powerhouse Pokemon appearing later in the Pokedex, was so exciting. Thank you, Hotbine, for the congratulations. Hello, Pepper Frib. Which means I'll get this on stream. Let's hope so. Around 5,000 would be huge. Just under odds for this hunt, I would give a lot for, to be honest. Because the resets take quite a while. At least we've doubled up on this hunt now. How are you doing, Pepper Frib? Hope you're having a merry time. And I hope your day's about to get merrier with this very stream. How's your day been? Thanks for the congratulations to Tom Hotbine. You'd love to get into content creation. Make it look like fun. You don't know what you do. I think making it look like fun is a massive part of it, to be honest, Heath. I mean, it should be fun. It's a lot of work for something that you don't find fun, so yeah. It's all about finding your niche as well. I hope with my EUIC video to find more of that niche. Oh, all of these hearts coming out. Lovely to see. Don't forget to like the stream. Thank you very much, Pepper Frib. Hugely appreciate the likes and subscribes. Hugely appreciated. I've been doing it again for like 2 months, and it's so fun. Oh, Pop Hotbine, yeah, I see. I think, yeah, just find something you want to, a topic you're passionate about, something you want to create stuff on. 5,000! We broke 5,000, everybody. And just, you know, yeah, start making videos if you want to lean into it. You don't really need to wait for a big idea to eat you. It could just be shiny hunting ETH. It could be, whatever you would like. Just start is often a piece of advice that you hear. But, you know, it's got to be a bit of planning, I guess, but, yeah. All you say is make videos and what you love makes it much easier. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Hotbine. Crucial. I remember seeing Altaria in the Ruby Sapphire gym battle. How in the world do I obtain this magical creature? Yes, Heath, yeah. Fortunately, it's one of those evolution lines where it's pretty clear. Once you've seen Swablu and you've seen Altaria, it's pretty clear they evolve into each other. But I think, yeah, I remember Swablu being pretty difficult to train. It only has normal and not very powerful normal moves at that for a long time, I think. You know, then Altaria gets Dragon Breath, but Dragon Breath doesn't actually do that much damage. Dragons are always, and you know, Trapinch, the same can be said, and Baggin. So dragons are always tricksy to raise. But that's the point of them, and I love that about them. What do I mean, Johnny or Season Burble? Yes. Yes, Alex. It's true. It's true. Have you looked them up? I realised I could have sent along pictures of them, Alex, but I thought it would be easy enough to look up. I love Shiny Horsey and Shiny Seadra. Arguably, I prefer their shinies to Kingdra's shiny, to be honest. Because there are quite a few purple shinies, but far fewer turquoise and indigo shinies. That's another reason why I love turquoise shinies. Horsey. But yeah, I hope that's okay, Alex. Hope you've now seen what those shinies look like. If I'm making YouTube videos, a great use of your film degree. Well, that's good, Tom. Yeah, a good way of putting it to use. And how are you doing, Alex? Alex Splash, everybody, creating badges and emoji for the channel, for channel memberships going live relatively soon. Which is very exciting. How's your day going, Alex? I hope you're having a good one. Hello, Luke. How are you doing? Hope you're having a merry day. Hope it's about to get merrier. What have you been up to today? Hope you've had a good one. Got about an hour of footage so far of your Ruby Dream Team quest that you'll eventually edit down into one video about your shiny journey through Gen 3. Launch your channel's content along with your next plans. Oh, cool, Riley. So you've just been saving up the quest to get the video out there. Glad that you're not rushing things. And what other content do you have planned, Riley? Is it mainly going to be shiny hunting? I haven't used your science degree yet in your videos, but you have some graphs for an upcoming one. That's good, Hotbine. He says a bit of use. I studied Latin and ancient Greek, classical civilization, ancient history, ancient art, philosophy, etc. That sort of thing. Fascinating. Fascinating. I still read a lot about it, actually. I don't use it with content creation, but what you certainly do with that degree is study a broad range of disciplines. And I feel like content creation kind of is that. You've got to write copy, you've got to be a bit mathematical with editing. That's with performing as well, learning what makes people tick, I think. That's what my degree did. Who couldn't tell that Swablu evolved into Altaria back then? I see, Heath. I see. Hope you've worked it out now. And I hope you did indeed have an Altaria in your team, eventually. You've seen them, you did not know that was their colour palette. I see. You just assumed. That's fair enough, Alex. That's fair enough. I'm sorry that, you know, turned out not to be something I could use, but I hope you didn't feel like it was too much of a waste of your time, because it was cool to see. Don't get me wrong. Do I believe? I believe Pepper Frib. I was saying earlier, it's been a crazy day being on the Hidden Power podcast and releasing the next episode of my podcast. And streaming. As well as working on my EUIC video and various other things. It tends to be the case when you're having an insanely busy day. That you find it shiny. And more things happen at once. So, I do believe. I'm glad you believe, Pepper Frib. Do we all believe? I hope we all believe. Looking forward to the kids' bedtime. Yeah, well, understandable, Alex. Understandable. I hope they sleep well. I hope you sleep well. Appreciate you hanging out here, Alex, on such a busy day. A quarterly review at work, and you've got a pay rise. Ah, congratulations, Luke. That's fantastic. Let's get some congratulations in the chat for Luke. That's wonderful to hear. You must be feeling very good about that. What is it that you do, Luke, if you don't mind me asking? No worries if you would rather not answer. But yeah, that's fantastic news. Ribbon Master Quest Shiny Playthroughs, Generation 3 Living Dex, and eventually Wishmaker Jirachi. Wow, okay. Sounds good, Riley. Ribbon Master Quests. Yeah, I know you're a fan of the ribbons. That content will keep you occupied, Riley, for a little while. And it's good to have a plan like that. Didn't even get your degree certificate, you were in Japan. Oh yeah, I think I remember you talked about Japan last week. He never mailed it to you, never chased him up. Wow. Is it something that you need? I feel like you might need it for certain jobs. Do you do something beyond content creation as well, Tom? Oh no, you told me, didn't you? Do you say you're a chaperone in a hospital, or am I confusing with someone else? Yeah, I think that is what you said. Work in SEO. Nice. Nice, Luke. Search engine optimization. Crazy that's a job now, isn't it? Like, I remember when Google was a fairly new thing. I'm going to sound so old here, but I remember when Google was a fairly new thing. And now, making things come up in earlier results on Google is its own job. Incredible. I'm glad it's going so well for you, Luke. Shab and you are going to the regionals Atlanta next month. Wow, then a few days later, married. Going to Atlanta, will that be your first in-person Pokemon event? Heath. Will you be spectating or competing? Exciting times. And yeehaw indeed. Speaking of, which Shadow Pokemon from Colosseum or XD would be my Ribbon Master? Ooh. That's a really good question, Riley. So good that I'm not sure I have an answer because I actually don't know the Shadow Pokemon. I've never played Colosseum or XD. I've seen other people play them in videos and, you know, sure, I'd give them a go at some point. It would be amazing if they came to the Switch, to be honest. I'd love to see that. I've heard such amazing things about XD. People calling it, like, potentially the hardest Pokemon game. Yeah, do we have any Pokemon XD fans in the chat? Because, as I said, I've never played it. Welcome in if you're just tuning in, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. Join me for a chill shiny hunting stream, and all likes and subscribes hugely appreciated. Let's find Totodile tonight. I do have a feeling, but we'll see if it's justified. I didn't get the Poseidon guarantee, so maybe not. Poseidon was in the chat earlier, along with her toasty toes. Right, you're gonna have to run some shadow Pokemon by me. And maybe based on that, I'll be able to come to a conclusion. You do portering at the Yes, Tom, I remember you saying. No. I remembered too late before I said that. Also do some freelance video and editing stuff as well. Oh, nice, Tom, nice. Keeps you busy then, Tom. Hope you enjoyed all. Hello, Himina. Good to see you. I am having a great day, thank you. Are you having a great day, Himina? I hope you are. Hope it's about to get merrier through being in this stream. How are you doing? What have you been up to today, Himina? Good to see you again. Check out today's episode of Chazingdra Chats and the crossover I did with Hidden Power. The Hidden Power podcast. Thank you for the luck, Himina. First in-person Pokemon event? Yeah, spectating. You're no competitor. Okay. Enjoy, Heath. Does Shelby follow what's going on in Pokemon as well? If you were to sit down and watch the stream at the event, would you both know what's going on? That's interesting, right? It's an interesting point. You remember swearing you'd never use Google and you opted for Yahoo back in 2000. Yahoo. Yeah. Crazy time to think back on. I'm going to talk about my earliest Pokemon memories in a moment. After I've caught up on these messages. You've never played XD or Gale of Darkness, Hotbine, yeah, likewise. You remember when Google was new, your mum was using Yahoo, your dad started using Google instead because he thought it was funny and picked on your mum for using Yahoo. Wow. These are the things that were on our mind back then. Crazy to hear. Thanks for sharing that, Heath. You had Colosseum and you remember enjoying it. Always wanted to try XD, but yeah. Totally agree with you, Tom. I don't even have a GameCube, actually. Good evening, Jeroen. Doing very well, thank you. How are you doing? Hope you're having a merry day, and I hope it's about to get merrier. Always a pleasure to see you. How's the cooking going, Jeroen? Thanks for dropping by. So remember Ask Jeeves and AOL? Yeah, do you remember that lady with the sort of digital dress that was the mascot of AOL? I remember that pretty distinctly. Ask Jeeves as well. I like what Ask Jeeves was going for. A slightly more, you know, personable search engine. It's not just... At least it gives it a bit of personality. If I give my top 10 Pokemon from Gen 1 to 3, I can tell you which is Shadow or not. Okay. Good question, Righty. Kingdra, Vulpix, Squirtle, or, you know, you can include the entire lines of these. Cradilly. Maybe Claydol. I never loved Claydol when I was younger, but for some reason I really like Claydol now. Lady Anne, of course. Forretress. Espeon. Espeon's pretty big in those games, right? Probably not Shadow, though, because you have your own. Octillery. Politoed. I'm just listing a load of Pokemon now. But I do like them all. Articuno. I doubt that one's there. Yeah, those are some Pokemon for you. Riley. Wow, thank you for this insight here, Luke. Interesting. Thank you for that explanation about Google there, Luke. There's a female on the right, so I don't need to continue with that. Glad you're good, Himina. Happy to be here. You always have a great vibe in chat. It's amazing. Well, thanks, Himina. Yeah, it's a lovely community we've got here, and you are a valued member of it. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you're bringing the luck with you. What kind words? Means a lot. Thank you, Himina. How lucky I am to have such a supportive community around. Both watched this past Worlds and we're texting each other live reactions. Oh, cool. Ogre follow me. Nice, okay, so your soon-to-be wife does indeed follow what's going on. That's good to hear. You'll both be enjoying it. Heath. Glad it's going well. Made lemon mousse in classes, then apple turnovers today. Very good. So you might have said this before, Jero, and forgive me if you have. But are you training to be a chef? Is that the ultimate aim? Or are the classes for more just casual, more for fun? Ask Jeeves, that's right, Tom. I feel like increasingly my streams specialise in throwbacks and northernisms. Hey up, Jeeves. Why wasn't it called Hey up, Jeeves? You know what I mean? Connie. Was that her name, Luke? I never knew that. Connie. Why did I go with Connie? It's a con, it's not a real woman. Computer. Fascinating. Thank you, Luke. I can rely on you to illuminate me as to these things from yesteryear. You remember her and the wonderful noise of dial-up broadband? Oh, yeah. Well, I couldn't tell you about RuneScape Hotbine, but I remember the dial-up noise, and you couldn't use the phone at the same time as the internet. Do you remember that? Welcome in if you're just tuning in, by the way, everyone. Happy to see you all here. Enjoy some chill Totodile shiny hunting. We've broken 5,000 encounters. Let's see if we can find the shiny tonight. It was like... really awful, awful noises. So unpleasant. Etched into my brain. Lycos. I don't remember Lycos, Luke. Wow. Was that another search engine? Still play old school RuneScape? Yeah, I know a few people who still play RuneScape, actually, Riley. I never got into it. I was obviously aware of it. It was massive at the time. Glad you enjoy it. More fun and improving the food you eat by cooking it yourself. Yeah, fair enough, Sharon. Sounds like you're on a pretty intense course, though. Apple turnovers today, lemon mousse yesterday. How often are your classes? So I remember, you know, you were doing these back towards the end of last year as well. Still load it up every now and then. Nice. She enjoys Pokemon quite a bit. I don't know what she would watch VGC without you. Turning it on. Fair enough. Likes it, but I don't think she thinks about it unless it's in front of her. Okay. But she's a Pokemon fan from back in the day. Is that right, Heath? Has your wife always played? Or your soon-to-be wife, Shelby? Has she always played Pokemon? Hello, Toasted. Totodile, refusing to shine. Toastodile, we could say. Well, I guess if you have Totodile, it'd be Toastodile. Refusing to shine, but also we're still way under odds, so we can't be too upset about that. I'm glad I've doubled up on this hunt now, because, yeah, these resets take a while. But yeah, no shiny as of yet. But it's a pleasure to see you, Toasted. How are you doing? Hope you've been well. Hope you're having a very merry day. I hope it's about to get merrier. How's your Scarlet and Violet playthrough going? How's your Celebi shiny hunt going? When did you start that again, Toasted? It feels like a while ago now. So, for Shadow Pokemon, you can get Vulpix, Clodo. You could get Ledian, that's cool. Forretress and Octillery. Of those, only Forretress, Ledian, and Octillery could be shiny hunted if that's your goal. Definitely Ledian. Definitely Ledian. In fact, all three of those would love to have. Thanks, Riley, for broadening my horizon on that front. Once a week. Oh, okay. Apple turnovers because your apples were getting old, so you need to use them. Oh, I see. It's once a week. Okay. Sounds good, Jerome. So what is it that you do outside of cooking, Jerome? What do you do for your job? If you don't mind me asking. Okay, everyone. Question for chat. Come up with a new Pokemon type. What's a likely type that we could see? Something we were talking about on Hidden Power today, actually. Oh, I mean, we recorded a couple of weeks ago, but the episode came out today. It's cool hanging in the premiere with everyone. Cool that they premiered it on their channel. We didn't actually brainstorm actual types, but we theorized about potentially we could see new types in Generation 10. You're a programmer. Cool, Jaron. Nice. Sound. Yep, that's a common one, Riley, for sure. Sound is one. Digital is one. So sound would definitely be like Exploud. Digital would be Porygon and that line. I remember when I was younger being really obsessed at one point. I think it was on family holiday somewhere or something. About the idea of a bone type. You know, I have steel, why not have another material type? Bone. They kind of made bone ground with Cubone and Marowak, which makes sense. But it's not ground really, is it? They're buried in the ground afterwards, but bones aren't made of ground. I can't remember what I said now about its sort of defensive and offensive profile. That could be interesting. So, Shelby had played Pokemon before. No, she has some of the cards. Pretty sure you got her into Pokemon again when you started dating. Met her about a month after the Scarlet Violet reveal. Oh, wow. Okay, Heath. And how did you guys meet, if you don't mind me asking? I see. Interesting putting those timelines together. You love a sound type, need more Cricketune star Pokemon. That's true, Cricketune would be a sound type. Or at least part bug and sound. You're good, Toasted, on the Kids Kami in DLC in Scarlet. Nice! I love the Teal Mask DLC. I think it's so calming, that area. Can't remember now when you started Shiny Hands, but it did take a break for 3 months around Christmas. Well, you were studying 3D sculpting. That's very cool, Toasted. How's that studying going? So if you took a break for 3 months, yeah, it would have been late last year, wouldn't it? That you started that hunt. Artificial. That's interesting, Heath. Yeah, I could see that. A synthetic. Almost like a plastic. Is there a need for another type? Is there a type that's unbalanced that we need a new type, like what happened to Fairy? Well, yeah, this is what we talk about on Hidden Power today, Jeroen. Dusty made the good point that you know, I was saying they've only ever introduced new types when there's been some kind of imbalance. So, Fairy introduced to balance out the Dragon type. Dark introduced to balance out Psychic. I can't remember now why the Steel type was introduced. Or what? Deducible logic. There is mine that. But yeah, so maybe there isn't a need for a new type, but certainly we could make some types more viable, like Bug, by introducing a type that it can counter. I'm surprised that Fairy resists Bug, for example. So that could have been an opportunity to make Bug a little bit more powerful. And I can see Bug being super effective against Fairy, to be honest. They're both sort of little creatures. Bug is almost like an anti-Fairy in that sense. I realise that Bug is anti-Dragon. No, Fairy is anti-Dragon, but yeah. So if you see what I mean. If you see new types, Jack, what you'd love is like merge types. Fire and water would become a steam type. Ooh, that's cool, Jack. I had this idea for a fire-water dual Pokemon. It's like a snail. It's a sea slug, but it's a snail, and the shell on its back is like a boiler. And it would have, I remember coming up with this, it has the ability Boiler, which means that any water-type move has a chance to leave a burn. I was quite pleased when I came up with that. Maybe combined types is a way that the series could go. Love that, Jack. Like to see types combined. Yeah, exactly, Riley. Exactly what Jack said. So, ground of fire, lava, air and water, mist, electricity and steel, plasma. Yeah, it's weird as well. It opens another question about how the flying type is called the flying type and not like the air type. You know? I've always found that interesting in Pokemon. They're an axe throwing place. Wow, Heath. That's amazing. Neither of you had ever been there before. Neither of us had wanted to go if we weren't dragged there, and she travelled 50 miles to get there. She was on a double date. Oh, wow. So what? She was on a double date. How come you were there? And what? You just started talking and then she realised she liked you more than her date. That's an amazing story, Heath. Thank you for sharing that. Molten type, smoke, yeah. And nature type for grass and bug. That's fun, Jack. Some weird things in the type chart. You'd love more moves like Horluch's Flying Press, where the move counts as 2 types. Yeah, that's a good point. It's like Freeze Dry as well, I guess. Could see more of those up behind. Artificial could be like computer type, taking over Porygon. Bug super effective because of bugs in programming. Oh, that's nice, Heath. I love that. Oh, I accidentally nicknamed that Totodile A. Imagine if that had been the shiny. I super because your computer froze. I love this logic, Heath. I think it'd be good if ice also resisted a type other than ice itself. Right? That'd be nice. Nice for the ice. Frankly, I could see, back when they came up with the ice type, I could see it going either way in terms of how water and ice interact. I could see ice being super effective against water rather than resisted. That just kind of inherently makes sense, right? Beyond just freeze dry. What other tweaks could people make to the type chart that you think could be legit? Same idea at the same time, exactly, Riley. Great minds indeed. You with your jiu-jitsu coach at a sports bar before that, and Pints convinced us to go through Axis. That's an amazing story, Heath. Imagine if you hadn't met. That's unbelievable. So everyone, I think we'll get up to 5,100 and we'll call it a stream there. Always a pleasure to hang with you all. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Let's hope this Totodile shines in the next 25 resets. It could happen. Hello, Ben. Good to see you. Ben, I was just wondering how Stockholm went for you. I wasn't paying too close attention. I wasn't able to, unfortunately. But yeah, let us know. How was Stockholm for you? I hope you're pleased with your performance. I heard about Jack's 0-2 to 4-2. Incredible. And how are you doing, Ben? Hope you're having a very merry day. I'm doing well, thanks, Ben. I was on the Hidden Power podcast today. I featured the host of Hidden Power on my podcast today. And I had a great time. Streaming now. EUIC video work earlier. So yeah, full on day as always here in Chazingdra's Chocolate Factory, Ben. But having a good time. How about your day? New update. Urshifu's signature moves, Surging Strikes and Wicked Low become water fighting and dark fighting respectively. Oh yeah. It's a joke. And yet, I wouldn't say the most outlandish thing, Jack. Interesting. You were confident, so you started being a wild American and doing trick throws, and you caught her attention, and you just started talking. Trick throws. I'll have to hear that. What sort of trick throws are we talking, Heath? Whole story, you need a lot of time, so okay, Heath, fair enough. But I appreciate the snapshot you gave us, because that's fascinating. Stockholm, you went 0-0. Oh, were you not playing? You were definitely playing. I thought you said on stream last week, or at some point, or maybe a post, that you were focusing on Stockholm really hard. Oh, was it the Heathrow stuff? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ben. Gotta finish putting the boys to bed. Have a great rest of your evening, Papa Hot Bun. I hope it's a very merry one. Always a pleasure to see you. See you tomorrow for more Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, I hope. Have a good one, Hot Bun. Day's been alright. Work has been a bit of a nightmare. So a giant stream on break is a nice rest. Oh, cool. I'm sorry that work was a nightmare, though. That sucks. Thank you for joining us on your break. That's a real honour. Thank you, Ben. Hopefully you brought the luck with you. You're doing the global challenge. Oh, I see. But I've clearly got that completely wrong, Ben, because I'm sure at some point you said I'm locking in for Stockholm. But anyway, how's the global challenge for you then, Ben? Oh, that went well. Behind the back throw is spin tricks, eyes closed. Behind the back. Oh, I see. Behind the back throw, spin tricks, eyes closed. Incredibly dangerous. It sounds it, Heath. Sounds it. Exercise caution, everybody, when doing something like axe throwing. That's the message of today's stream. You never know what the message is going to be until it happens to you. So you wonder how Wicked Blow would work with that. Would Ghost be immune or would it be neutral? Ooh. That's an interesting question, Jack. I think it would still be super effective. I think with Flying Press, it's... if fighting is super effective against the type it targets, then it will be super effective. If flying is, then it will be super effective. I think that's how it works. I don't know, I haven't actually thought about the move Flying Press for a long time. Global Challenge, you went 24-19, ended up with 20 CP, so you can't complain. Well, great, Ben. I'm sure he went up against some crazy stuff, but championship points from the Global Challenge, that's no mean feat. So congratulations. So we'll have done nearly 300 resets on tonight's stream, and given the camera issues I was having earlier and fumbling around, that is not bad at all. I will take that. Upping the efficiency by double hunting. I'll probably do more hunting tonight off stream as well. Hopefully recorded. It's always a roll of the dice, isn't it? Sometimes in the evening I'm like, oh no, my computer's not even on. I don't want to boot it all up just to do a bit of hunting before I go to bed, sort of thing. So I really do hope that I can capture the reaction when it shines, when this Totodile shines. But who knows? Otherwise I'll be filming straight after when it happens on my phone, at least. We won't be able to nickname it until we get to Goldenrod because you have the chance to nickname it before you can see if it's shiny in this game. So I'll have to come up with a name later on, or sort of bank a name to then apply as soon as we can. But before we get to Goldenrod, we'll have to find a shiny Pineco, which will mean headbutting trees. Which should be a bit quicker than these resets. Sharing it for the long haul, but that's what I love about epic shiny hunting quests like this. The journey, as we said. Especially if you're confident. That's true, Heath. Yeah, overconfident, maybe. I actually went axe throwing on the morning of a wedding. I wonder if you guys will do the same, actually, Heath, given the story of how you met. But, yeah, it was kind of crazy, actually. We'd had the stag party, or the bachelor party, and then on the morning of the wedding, we went axe throwing, and then we got into our suits and finery, and then it was the wedding. I was not very good at axe throwing. I don't mind, who knows. Game 2, you faced a Sneasler. Oh, shudder, Ben. Crits, Darklaw, into 3 turn sleep. Oh, no. That's Sneasler for you, though, Ben. A good global challenge Pokemon, we can't deny. But very frustrating if we're going up against the Sneasler. Poor you, Ben. If you're confused as to why I'm resetting over these, everyone, it has to be an HP stat of 20 to have a chance to be shiny, and it also has to be male. That's just the way Shiny Totodile works in Generation 2. Don't ask me about the sort of ins and outs of the programming and stuff, because I don't know, but people have discovered this, so thank you to those people. Exercise caution while caution was to the wind, as were you. Yeah. Don't take a leaf out of Heath's book there, everybody. Exercise caution when throwing axes. Ice Rider who got slapped. Of course, Ben. Of course it was. The restrictors. Shame to hear. Stream must down on double mail 20 HP. Ooh, I don't know about that, Riley. When we were single hunting, yes, I had to end on a male with 20 HP, but I don't know about a double. We will see. You know what you're doing besides going to honeymoon in the UK? Oh, great, Heath. That's lovely. Honeymoon in the UK. Do you know whereabouts you're going in the UK? If you're going soon after the wedding, then the weather should actually be quite nice in the UK, so fingers crossed for you both. Very exciting. So everyone, I'll start doing the wrapping up spiel now as we do these final few encounters. Please do, once more, like and subscribe. I mean a huge amount. Broke 900 subscribers today, on course for 950, hoping to reach 1,000 in a couple of weeks' time for the channel anniversary. WOLFE GLICK episode of the podcast coming next week as well, which should hopefully help towards that. Would mean a huge amount. Really appreciate you all hanging out tonight. You always make it so fun, so thank you for being here. All my socials linked below. I'm at Chazingdra across X, Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok, also on the channel, as well as the podcast, which is the life stories and dream teams of people in the Pokemon community. Yeah, the 6 Pokemon they choose for their dream team based on their experiences with Pokemon over the years. Vlogs of the events I cast. I'm currently working on my EUIC video. It's going to be more than a vlog, so it's taken me a bit longer, but I hope that people enjoy that content. It could be something really special and unique. Comedy skits based in the Pokemon world, and plenty more to come. So I hope you stay subscribed and notifications turned on so you can see it. I'll be live tomorrow, 5:45, with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Started that for the first time ever last week. And excited to see how the story develops. I'm a Mudkip. The game decided that I'm a Mudkip, and I chose Cubone as my partner. Have a great time with that. And then I also stream competitively on Tuesdays and Shiny Hunting Wednesdays, as you can see. Okay. Last check. We broken 5,100. Hop into my Discord community. It's linked below. It'd be a pleasure to see you in there. We're a friendly bunch. Come and join Chazingdra's Chocolate Factory and be one of the merry folk. You can join my Patreon link below as well, where you get access to the Rapidash rounds, bonus content from Chazingdra chats. It's quick fire questions that my guests haven't prepared for. I think that about covers it. I'm Charlie Merriman. That was really rushed, wasn't it? I'm Charlie Merriman. I'm merry by name. I'm merry by nature. I'm a host and commentator for the Pokemon video game Pokemon video game Championship Series. There we go. That's the phrase. No shinies there. And a content creator. But, you know me, we never end. We always do one bonus. You know me, we never end. Of course we end, but we always do a bonus encounter. So let's find out. And at some point, the more bonus encounters I do, the more likely it is that the shiny will happen on the bonus encounter. So let's see if today will be that day. But again, thanks so much for being here, everybody. Really appreciate it. And you're all such a lovely bunch to hang out with. Exciting times for the channel, with channel memberships coming soon, music for the channel anniversary, as I say. Lots of things planned. New streams in the works. Not exactly sure where it won't be till next year. Oh, I see. Fair enough, Heath. Well, try and make it around the spring sort of time. It's probably your best bet for good weather. Good night, Jerome. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, well, you got your wish, Riley. It is a double mail on 20 HP. Let's see. Us friendly, obviously. That's right, Ben. Of course you are. Good luck, Ben. Good luck with those 2 hours of work. Keep going. You're a trooper. Good luck for it. Hopefully it does go fast now. I think it will. Have to end one day. Yeah, it's true, Jack. But either of these could be shiny. Let's see. No. No. I'll even lean in and check the screens just to make sure. But no shinies. Exactly, righty. That celebration, get that corn popping, but no shinies, unfortunately. Well, again, thank you very much for being here, everybody. I just did the spiel then, so I won't repeat it, but just one more time, please do like and subscribe. Have a follow along on the socials link below. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you tomorrow, 5:45 GMT, for the continuation of my experience of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, my first ever experience of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. And as always, have a very merry rest of your day. Do check out the Hidden Power podcast episode that dropped today on their channel. Check out my chat with Dusty Gogo, one of the hosts as well, on my channel. A lovely collaborative crossover. sharing the love. See you tomorrow.